In our vast world, there exists individuals who reside within the confines of their own self-proclaimed superiority. However, it's not always a gentle nudge that can burst their inflated bubbles, but rather a forceful strike. This is precisely what happened to the imbeciles featured in today's video. Join us as we witness the folly of 8 individuals who foolishly decided to confront professional fighters, only to meet with their own undoing. So let's dive in. Number 1. Nate Diaz versus Rodney Peterson. On Thursday morning, former UFC star Nate Diaz turned himself in to the New Orleans Police Department after being caught on camera appearing to choke a man unconscious during a brawl on Bourbon Street. The alleged victim, Rodney Peterson, a 1-0 pro boxer and amateur MMA fighter, claimed that he suffered a head injury after Diaz choked him out on the concrete. Diaz, who's scheduled to fight Jake Paul, an influencer-turned-boxer, on August 5th, is now charged with second-degree battery. Diaz's representative, Zach Rosenfield, said that they would present evidence and videos that show Nate was acting in self-defense. Diaz could potentially face up to 8 years in prison and/or a $2,000 fine if found guilty. It's unclear what led to the altercation between Diaz and Peterson, and whether or not it was related to Diaz's upcoming fight with Jake Paul. Number 2. Brawn versus skill. The modern misconception that physical strength equals invincibility is a major issue for men today. Gym culture has perpetuated the notion that the more muscular one is, the more capable they are in physical pursuits. However, there is a vast difference between brawn and skill. A bodybuilder who assumed his weightlifting prowess translated to boxing ability learned this lesson the hard way. Though he landed a few punches, his lack of proper technique was evident. The professional boxer, meanwhile, waited for his moment and ended the fight with one well-placed blow. Number 3. Novice fighter versus MMA pro fighter. Now, a novice fighter in orange believed he had improved significantly after a training session. He attempted to knock out the MMA professional with a kick to the face after their sparring session ended. Although the professional fighter was not knocked out, he was quite furious. He landed a powerful half kick on his challenger and demonstrated what a real professional hit feels like. The novice fighter was left crouched on the mat, moaning in pain. Number 4. Alex Monaco. Sports hosts often critique athletes' techniques, but what happens when someone steps into the ring with a professional female boxer? Alex Monaco found out for himself and quickly realized he was out of his depth. Danielle Wolf, a continental champion, female boxing champion, and member of the 2016 USA Olympic team, showed her strength and skill while holding back, refusing to unleash her full power. However, Alex's lack of boxing experience led to his downfall, as Danielle landed a powerful punch that knocked him out cold. This experience highlights the dedication and hard work of professional athletes, as well as the importance of respect and caution in sports. Number 5. Ace versus Jupiter. In a match between Jupiter CX and Ace, the former and inexperienced fighter seeking recognition faced off against Ace, a 3-time state champion. From the outset, Ace employed a defensive technique reminiscent of Mayweather, striking Jupiter hard and goading him into recklessly attacking. Jupiter's rashness also led to a serious injury when he twisted his ankle, allowing Ace to land an overhand right and force him towards the ropes. Jupiter struggled to defend himself, while Ace expertly countered his every move, eventually defeating him with ease. Despite his best efforts, Jupiter's lack of skill and heavy gloves led to his defeat at the hands of the more experienced Ace. Number 6. Seasoned MMA fighter versus street fighter. Now here we witness a scenario in which a dumb idiot tried to pick a fight with a passerby on their turf. However, the person they're picking on turns out to be a seasoned MMA fighter, and the situation quickly turns in their favor. The MMA fighter, wearing green shorts, initially tries to avoid confrontation, but eventually fights back when the other person continues to harass them. The MMA fighter delivers a powerful kick to the other person's shins, which leaves them immobile. They follow this up with a 2-punch combo that knocks the other person to the ground. The MMA fighter then continues to punch their opponent in the face until they can no longer stand on their feet. Number 7. Muscles don't matter. Take a look at this video where a muscular man challenges a professional boxer. The muscle-bound man, wearing red, certainly appears physically intimidating, but the trained boxer with his safety gear on was not deterred. As the match began, the muscular man landed several powerful punches, but he was unable to penetrate the boxer's defense. Every punch he threw was expertly countered, while he himself lacked defensive skills. The muscular man's lack of training in defensive tactics became evident as the match progressed. He took too long to put his hands back up after throwing a punch, leaving himself vulnerable to counterattack. The professional fighter patiently waited for the right moment and seized the opportunity to knock the muscle man to the canvas. Number 8. Emily versus 15-year-old fighter. Emily, a rising star in the world of female wrestling, has been captivating audiences on her YouTube channel with her jaw-dropping moves and incredible skill. Recently, she faced off against a 15-year-old green belt eager to test her mettle against a younger opponent. The match was a back-and-forth battle from the start, with both fighters landing impressive blows and showcasing their prowess in the ring. However, it was Emily who ultimately emerged victorious, dominating her opponent with her superior technique and strength. In a moment of sheer brilliance, Emily managed to execute a triangle lock that left her opponent scrambling to escape. The referee had no choice but to call the fight in her favor, cementing her reputation as a true force to be reckoned with. Number 9. Wing Chun versus boxer. In this particular matchup, there were two opponents, a Wing Chun instructor and a professional boxer. The Wing Chun instructor, eager to prove the effectiveness of his martial art, challenged the boxer to a fight. However, things didn't go as planned for the Wing Chun master. As the fight began, it quickly became apparent that the boxer was the superior fighter. The Wing Chun master extended his arms all the way out and put them in the boxer's face, leaving himself completely open and vulnerable to attack. Despite his efforts to land some hits, the Wing Chun master was no match for the boxer's skill and expertise. The boxer easily dodged the Wing Chun master's attacks and countered with powerful punches that had a much greater impact. With his longer reach and a full range of motion, the boxer dominated the fight and demonstrated why he was a professional in his field. Number 10. Aaron True. Aaron True, a reporter, learned the hard way that years of covering fights doesn't make him a skilled fighter. Challenging Ronda Rousey, he boasted that being a man would give him an edge over her. However, his arrogance proved to be his downfall as Rousey quickly overpowered him. Within moments of the fight beginning, Rousey flipped True and broke 4 of his ribs, showing that gender and experience did not matter in the ring. In the end, True's hubris was his undoing, while Rousey's skill and strength earned her a clear victory. So, which fight amused you the most? Let us know in the comments section and subscribe for more videos.